I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call of aldermen.
Alderman Kinsella. Here. Alderman Hazel. Here. Alderwoman Pusa. Here. Alderwoman Duco. Here. Alderman Randall. Here. Alderman Ferguson. Alderman Anthony. Here. Alderman Ovian. Here. Alderman Dintelman. Here. Alderwoman Schaefer. Here. Alderwoman Steele. Here. Alderman Rothweiler. Here. Alderman Elmore. Here. Alderman Weigand. Here. Alderman Wigington. Here. Alderman Barfield.
Here.
Alderman Ferguson is excused. Roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Hart. Here. City Attorney Horner. Here. Police Chief Bill Clay. Here. Fire Chief Tom Cord. Here. Finance Director Jamie Matrick. Here. City Engineer Tim Gregowitz. Here. Director of Maintenance Ken Vaughn. Here. Director of Public Works Jason Poole. Director of Wastewater Royce Carlisle. Here. Interim Director of Residential and Commercial Development Services Anissa McCaskill. Here. Director of Library Leander Spearman. Here. Director of IT Scott Markovich. Here.
Okay. Did I miss anybody from the staff? I think
No,
most of
everybody's here.
Everybody's here. Okay, this evening, if we would have to ever exit this room, because we have a pretty good amount of people here tonight, if we had to leave for a storm, we got a lot of city employees in the back. They would be willing to help you across the city council lobby there to find the door across from the clerk's office to go to the basement. If we ever had to leave for a fire, we'd ask you to go out one of the two doors here in the front, and then we'd ask you, if possible, to go over to near the courthouse sign, just to kind of make sure that we check with you that everybody you came with is present. So hopefully we never have to do that, but we have to certainly talk about those things. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are able, if you'd stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we get started tonight, I would like to do two things, and we'll kind of combine them in one. It's been rather a troublesome weekend listening to the news with the two horrible shootings, both in El Paso and in Dayton. And I know the police chief and I talked this weekend, and we count our lucky stars and our blessings all the time. And we have a lot of festivals here, and we always are planning, and we're always, but it does cities. So I'm going to ask for a moment of silence in just a moment, and I would ask that we would keep all those families and those victims and those cities in our thoughts. And additional to that, I'd like to ask in the moment of silence that we keep the Kern family in our thoughts. Fred Kern II, Fred J. Kern II, passed away on July 31st. Mr. Kern was a lifelong Belleville resident and was extremely philanthropic and very giving person to projects and various programs and projects in this city. They were very supportive and very giving of their ability to do so and help the city in many ways. So if we can pause just for a minute to keep Mr. Kern in our thoughts and all those people in both El Paso and Dayton, I think we certainly need to pause for a moment. Thank you very much. At this time this evening, we have a public hearing. So I'm going to officially open the public hearing. And the public hearing is regarding the vacation of an alley easement adjacent to Eastview Baptist Church, 211 Sherman Street, Belleville. Is there anyone here this evening regarding or pertaining to this public hearing? Anybody from the Eastview Baptist Church or anybody from the neighborhood that has any questions, opposition, or statement of support for this public hearing? It's a pretty, I shouldn't say simple, where's Anissa at? She's around here. But it's a procedural thing that gets applied for occasionally. Is it actually Tim?
Tim's.
Oh, it's Tim's. I'm sorry, Anissa, I was gonna put this off on your department. Tim was hiding. Tim, is there anybody that any concerns or comments that you know of to share?
No, they passed all the requirements for alley vacation, so we're good to go.
Okay, this is pretty straightforward, but by law, We have to offer this opportunity if someone has something they would like to present or something they'd like to go on the record. Hearing no questions or comments or concerns, reference this public hearing to the vacation of an easement adjacent to Eastview Baptist Church at 211 Sherman Street. Hearing no comments or questions, I'm going to adjourn the public hearing. Okay, we're back in regular session. At this time, I'm going to open public participation. If anyone would like to address the City Council this evening, when I call on you, I'd ask you to come up to the microphone, keep your comments to 2 to 3 minutes, and to keep it to Belleville business, we would ask. Is there anyone this evening that has something to comment on? Yes, sir. Please come forward.
Good evening. I live at 725 East D Street, and this is in reference to number 11F.
Can you
on
state your
your-
name too?
I'm sorry,
Can you state your name for the record?
Michael Inyart.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank the city who've worked with Carl, who is a contractor, to do something about a house that has sit vacant and almost collapsing across from our house for the last 4 years, and every day when we wake up and go to our porch, that's what we see. So there has been a movement with that, and I'm here today to say thank you for that moving ahead. Okay?
So Mike, just to clarify, I know there's several other, I know Mary's with you.
Right.
The night we were at Health and Housing, I think there was about 7 neighbors that came in support of what's on the agenda tonight, referencing the development agreement with 710, 712 East D. And that's what you're in favor of?
Correct.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike, for saying that, okay?
Good evening. My name is, Mary Smith. Hope you can hear me. I live at 309 North Pennsylvania, and the view outside my kitchen window is the back part of this duplex, which actually is kind of improved since it's forested itself. But we are, all of us, very grateful that this project is going ahead, that between governance and capitalism, our neighborhood will be improved, and someday some people will have a home to live in. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. And just real quick, one last comment. We were going to take this house down, and the neighbors contacted me and said, isn't there some way to save the house? So that's when we kind of scratched our heads and reached out to a couple people, and you'll hear in the council meeting tonight in the packet, Carl and Victor Gilpin, the 2 brothers with their business, came forward to how to approach this and saving the house. So it's a good project, and I appreciate the neighbors supporting it, because if the neighbors would have said, tear it down, we'd have probably moved forward with that. So thank you for your vision and for your wanting to not see a vacant lot. Thank you. Okay, anybody else in public participation? Hearing none, I'm going to close public participation, and we're going to go on to presentations, recognitions, and appointments. And my first order of business is to recognize the character word of the month. And the word this month is caring, meaning being compassionate and showing others you care. Today I had the privilege of meeting with, and I had a few staff members, Chief Clay and Poor were here, and we met with probably about 40 people in this room. Jenny was here. And we met with school superintendents and principals that are in city limits of Belleville. And we had a very good, we do this, try to do it every year, but we had a big crowd this year. And there's a lot of turnover, new principals and superintendents. But we talked about how the 118 came to my office the first year I was mayor, first full year, and asked us to be a part of the character initiative and make it being a community of character and not just in the schools. So that's why we read the character word every month, and I think it's very important. This month is caring. At this time, we go to, once again, kind of a bittersweet recognition. So I'm to ask Chief Tom Poor, I'm going to ask Daryl Coons, and I'm going to ask the firemen to come up. I had to get permission from Jenny to do this. Firemen can come up and line behind them as we make a presentation to Chaplain Daryl Coombs. You get front center, sir. You're in spot. Oh, boy. Jenny got a little nervous with this many firemen up close. I just had to be honest. Tom, you want me to start? Sure. And I'll let you add on. Well, Daryl, for all of you who don't know Daryl Coombs, and I don't know if that's possible, because not only has Daryl been a pastor of several churches in this community over the years, or many years, and Daryl's been, tonight we're recognizing him for his long 18-year service plus as being fire chaplain for the city of Belleville and several other departments you're going to have already noticed, or you're going to hear in just a moment when I read this. But he's also been involved with BASIC and several other nonprofits in the community giving back. He and his wife both have been very good about giving of their time and their talents to strengthening Belleville. So Daryl, we know that you're moving on to a new adventure, and we're happy for you, but we thought it was very fitting that we stop for a moment and give you the small token of our appreciation. It says here the Belleville, Illinois Certificate of Appreciation awarded to Daryl Coombs for his outstanding efforts in assisting as chaplain to the Belleville Fire Department, East Side Fire Department, Northwest Fire Department, and the Swansea Fire Department. Our firefighters present this award and extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude for the 18-plus years of dedication and commitment to our departments. This 5th day of August 2019 is signed by Chief Tom Poor and myself, and we could have had all the other chiefs, but we'd have run out of room on here. But what I want to add that, you can't get everything on a plaque. It's not just that the fire service appreciates it, the entire city appreciates your efforts and your time. I've been to many different calls over the years, and I've seen Daryl in action with families. And that's, families and our firefighters. Sometimes they need a little tender loving care. Sometimes it's just to warm them up or cool them down, and he's there for that. But a lot of times, some stressful situations, they need somebody to listen to or somebody to chat with them for a moment. But there's a lot of times families have lost everything or even lost a loved one. And Daryl's been one of the first people on the scene to minister to them. So Daryl, on behalf of the city of Belleville and on behalf of the city council, we want to say to you tonight, we appreciate those years and the tender loving care and how you ministered to so many. We appreciate that.
The thing with Daryl is, very few times when I call him, because most of the time, we're doing our job, doing the things that we need to get done. We have a concern for the family, and turn around, Daryl's already there. It doesn't matter whether it's the middle of the night. He did a lot to not only start helping us, helping other departments, but to make himself better. I mean, he went all over the country, teaching others and learning more himself. It's gonna be almost impossible to replace. I mean, we're gonna try to fill the gap as best we can, but
So our recruitment plug here, Tom and I
Yeah.
were talking today. Any of you, and I saw you in a row the other day, at church. Any of you have any pastors or clergy, because we are trying to find someone interested or a couple people to share the load. Because he shepherded an awful lot in a lot of departments. But we would love to find the right person or persons to help our men and women on these departments, because they do need the assistance from someone in that ministry field from time to time, especially dealing with the families. Number one, not to fall short of our own. And so we do thank you very much. Okay, gonna be missed. Thanks. Thank you.
Good, are you?
Okay, we turn the page. Okay, now I got a couple of recommendations for committees. Does anybody have a problem if we do these together? No? Okay. So I'm going to make the following recommendations if someone then will so consider making a motion. I'd like to recommend the reappointment of Jason Klein and Gary Sheeran to each serve a 4-year term on the Electrical Commission. I'd like to recommend the appointment of Dave Bratton to serve a 4-year term on the Electrical Commission due to a vacancy left by Mike Maxwell, who served for many years. And then the last part of that motion would be I'd like to make a recommendation to ask someone to approve my appointment of Brian Jarvis to serve a 4-year term on the Electrical Commission to fill a vacancy left by Larry Glenzer, who also has served, I don't even know, who am I looking at here? Jeff's not here. I think he served at least 15 years plus. Do I hear a motion to approve those appointments? Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Dillman. Discussion on any of those names I just read? Roll call.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Aye. Randall. Aye. Anthony.
Aye.
Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer. Aye. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington. Barfield.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of the minutes. I'd ask for a motion to approve the City Council meeting minutes of July 15, 2019. Alderman Wiggington, do I hear a second? Alderman Duco, any discussion on the minutes? All in favor of receiving and filing the minutes signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Claims, payroll, and disbursements. I'd ask for a motion to approve the claims and disbursements in the amount of $3,495,730.11, and the payroll in the amount of $895,438.12. And that's the claims and claims and disbursements. And the payroll is that right?
There's 2 payrolls.
2 payrolls. You didn't tell me this, Jamie. And then the other payroll of $905,373.24. If everybody understood that motion, you read it better than I did. Do I hear a motion to approve those claims? Alderman Anthony, seconded by Kinsella. Any discussion on those items in your packet? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Aye. Randall. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer. Aye. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Motion carries. We ask Streets and Grades, Alderman Wiggington.
On behalf of Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve the vacation of an alley easement adjacent to Eastview Baptist Church, 211 Sherman Street. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Schaefer. Do I hear discussion? There's no discussion. Roll call.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Aye. Randall. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer. Aye. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'd ask for a motion coming from administration to approve a contract with St. Clair County Trustee Payment Account to purchase the property at Rosemarie Drive, parcel number 08-340-106-022 in the amount of $795. This, let me just quickly explain. This parcel, I think was fair to say, Tim, was always meant to be a detention basin. But the developer, and some of you may recall going back years ago, there was some issues when that subdivision was laid out. Never designated it or had it deeded as a detention basin. And we found out this lot was for sale. It is a detention basin. So we decided the easiest way to clean it up was to go ahead and spend the $795 from the county tax and just get it, and, because we've been cutting it, I think that's fair to say, Jason, we've been cutting it for years, really. It didn't get cut all the time, but, as we cut it periodically. So, do I hear a motion to approve this purchase as just read?
So moved.
By Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Steele from Ward 6. It's in Ward 5 now. I guess keep getting that, still have problems with that boundary change. We have a motion and a second to approve this recommendation. Any questions further? Roll call.
Duco. Randall. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Consilla. Hazel. Pusa.
Motion carries. The next item coming from administration, I'd ask for a motion, if you would so desire, to approve the request from Libation Lodge LLC, doing business as Cured and Cultured, for the extension of time for a special use permit allowing for a liquor license at 6401 West Main Street due to the expiration on August 7, 2019. Do I hear a motion by Alderman Ovian, hear a second by Alderman Schaefer? Any further discussion on this request? Roll call.
Randall. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Consilla. Hazel. Pusa. Duco.
Motion carries. Zoning Board of Appeals?
Yeah.
I'm sorry? Master Sewer, I'm
John
sorry,
Graham.
Ed.
Or John.
It's these bifocals. I'm sorry. You want to go
On behalf of the
ahead?
Master Sewer Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve an independent contractor agreement with Mr. John Graham to conduct lab services for the City of Belleville Wastewater Division.
We have a motion by Ed. Do I hear a second? Second by Carmen. Do I hear any discussion? John's done this before for us. He's retired from our city services from wastewater. Does a good job, but we need to have this contract renewed. If there's no further questions, roll call.
Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele.
Abstain.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Consilla. Hazel. Pusa. Duco. Randall.
Motion carries. Now we go to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Separately?
What do you think, guys? Put together?
Together.
Anybody object?
Package them.
Package them up. You heard them.
Okay. 11D1, 35 July 19, Cedric Anderson, a request for an area bulk variance to allow a garage height above the allowed maximum of 15 feet at 209 Wabash Avenue, parcel number 08270204003, located in an A1 single-family residence district. Applicable sections of the zoning code: 162.036 A1, 162.570. Ward 7, zoning board unanimously recommended approval. 11D2, 36 July 19, Redeemer's House of Worship, a request for a use variance to continue operation of a church, Redeemer's House of Worship, at 7410 Westchester Drive, parcel number 07110406005, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable section of the zoning code: 162.570, Ward 8. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval. 11D3, 37 July 19, Dean Pilker, a request for an area bulk variance for parcel number 08200400029, 2125 South Belt West, to allow 3 existing structures within newly established 25-foot minimum building setbacks. Said parcel is located in a D1 light industry district. Applicable section of the zoning code: 162.306 and 162.570, Ward 2. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval. 11D4, 38 July 19, Sip and Shoe Express, a request for a sign installation permit in the area of special control to install signage at 124 West Main Street, parcel number 08210443044, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the city code: 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 5. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval with the stipulation the graphics be limited to logo only and include no food pictures. 11D5, 39 July 19, Sugar Fix Bakery, a request for a sign installation permit in the area of special control to install signage at 106 East Main Street, parcel number 08220338047, located in a C2 heavy commercial district. Applicable sections of the city code: 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 6. Zoning board unanimously recommended approval.
So at this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve and have the proper ordinances drawn for 11D1, 11D2, 11D3, 11D4, and 11D5. Do I hear a motion? Motion by Carmen Duco, second by Shelley Schaefer. Any discussion on any of these zoning board recommendations? Yes, sir.
On 11D, how big is this, how tall is he gonna go in this garage?
He thought between 15, I heard him at zoning board, I believe he said, what he said, between 15 to 16 feet or something like that?
Basically, he's planning on going no more than 5 feet over the allowable 15.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd go any more than 3.
Is he tearing down the old garage?
No, it's an existing well, yes, it is, I'm sorry, he's tearing down the existing garage and he's building a larger one, and he wanted to have like a storage crawl space up above the garage area.
And everything's gonna tie into the house and match the house, he said. The roofing material and the siding, et cetera, he said at the zoning board. I happened to be there that night. Any other questions about any of these zoning board cases? I think we're okay, sir, if we can. I don't want to go to the audience now unless we needed something. What's that? Yeah, that's okay. I think we're fine. If we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor of these motions that were just read, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We'll have the ordinances in a few minutes in the meeting. We go on. We ask at this time now for a motion from the Board of Police and Fire. Alderman Anthony. I know that's coming from the commission, but I'm going to turn to you since you're chairman of the committee.
On behalf of the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners, make a motion to approve the hiring of probationary police officers Charles R. Taylor, effective Friday, August 2nd, 2019 at 12:01 a.m. So moved.
We have a motion and a second by Alderman Randall. Let me explain this one just because it's a little different. We always bring them forward because of the budget things. We always want to make sure you're well aware as we hire and replace officers, because there's been a time in our life when budgets got tight, and we, even though we said we were budgeted for, we had to make sure we always appropriated the money. We had a slot open up in the academy at the last minute, and he had to be in school this morning at 9 a.m. To qualify and pass all of his stuff to get started. So I swore him in on Friday, but I said, no, we'll put him on tonight's official, he's in the budget, he's been approved by the Police and Fire Commission, but I still didn't want to skip this procedure, even though we never do it this way, but Chief and I wanted to make sure everybody was on the up and up. So I am asking for a motion, we got the motion, and we got the second, I am asking for a vote. So if there's no further questions with that explanation, roll call.
Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington. Barfield. Consilla.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Anthony.
Motion carries, thank you. Public Health and Housing, we have, Joe.
Okay, so, I'd like to make a motion to approve a development agreement with TigraCon Properties Incorporated for 710, 712 East D Street.
We motion by Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Consilla. Any questions? We talked about this for quite some time. Roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, who made the second?
Consilla. Both from Ward
Dintelman.
1.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore.
Aye.
Wygant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Consilla.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Anthony. Ovian.
Motion carries. Carl, we look forward to moving this forward. You guys didn't get out there yet for the yard, did they? No, but we're moving. Neighbors, the first thing you're going to see is the yard cleaned up. Thank you for your support. Okay, we go on now to communications. I turn this over to our clerk.
Can I read them together?
Anybody have any problem reading them together? Okay, here we go.
12A, Labor Day Parade, 9/2/2019. Request from the Southwestern Illinois Central Labor Council to hold the Labor Day Parade Monday, September 2nd, 2019, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Street closure request, parade lineup 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. South 1st Street from West Washington on the south side to West Monroe North Side, South 1st Street from West Monroe South Side to West Adams Street, and South 2nd Street from West Washington South Side to West Monroe North Side, including cross streets. Additional city services requested, no parking signs, barricades, cleanup of parade route, police and street department personnel. 12B, Labor Day picnic, 9/2/2019. Request from the Southwestern Illinois Central Labor Council to hold the Labor Day picnic Monday, September 2nd, 2019, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Huff Park. City services requested, picnic tables, water, electric, trash toters, and police personnel. 12C, Hanashevsky wedding, 9/21/2019. Request from Paula Hanashevsky to hold a wedding at 118 South Charles Street, Saturday, September 21, 2019, 11 a.m. to midnight. Street closure request, 1 block on East Lincoln Street from South Charles Street, east side, to Auburn Street, west side, including south entrance of alley. City services requested, no parking signs, barricades, and trash containers. 12D, ringing of the bells, 1/1/2020. Request to hold the annual ringing of the bell ceremony on the northeast quadrant of the public square near Kurt's Clock at noon, Wednesday, January 1st, 2020. No city services requested.
So if someone's willing, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve communications 12A, 12B, 12C, and 12D. Do I hear a motion? Rothweiler, second by Steele. Any other further discussion on these that were just read? Yes, sir.
12C, I've seen us close a lot of streets for a lot of things.
Well, you're gonna
I-
see,
are-
you're gonna
are
see
these
some
city
exciting
ser-
things with this young lady doing this.
Huh?
She's here tonight. It's gonna be good.
Well, are we all invited? Like, I mean,
Huh?
are we all invited?
Are we on the what?
Are we all invited?
Are we invited? You have to play your cards
But
right.
I just thought it was very interesting. Listen, I'm not against it or anything like that, but, 12 hours, and then I guess we're gonna provide the barricades and trash containers, so on and so forth?
Yeah. I tell you what, I recommend all of you take a drive by 118 South Charles and take a look at, or wait till next year if they're so willing to put it back on the tour. It's fabulous what they've done to this house. We have a motion and a second to approve these communication requests. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have no petitions. Resolution, I'd ask for a motion to read by title only, Resolution 3363. Do I hear that motion? Alderman Schaefer, do I hear a second? Second to read by title only, Alderman Dillman. All in favor of reading by title only signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
14A, Resolution 3363, 2019, a resolution requesting permission from IDOT to close Route 159 for the Labor Day Parade Monday, September 2nd, 2019.
Do I hear a motion to approve this resolution? Alderman Schaefer, seconded by Steele. Any discussion on the resolution? We need a roll call.
Schaefer?
Aye.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant?
Aye.
Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Pusa? Duco? Randall? Anthony? Ovian? Dintelman?
Motion carries. We go to ordinances. I'd ask for a motion. Now, do you care? Does anybody have a problem if we read these ordinances together? Nothing that's outstanding you want to separate? Okay. I'd ask for a motion to read ordinance 8357, 8358, 8359, 8360, 8361, and 8362 by title only and as a group. Do I hear that motion? Wiggington and Schaefer is a second. Any discussion on reading them by title only and as a group? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Ordinance 8357, 2019, an ordinance vacating an alley easement adjacent to Eastview Baptist Church. 15B, ordinance 8358, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 35 July 19, Cedric Anderson. 15C, ordinance 8359, 2019, zoning ordinance in regards to 36 July 19, Redeemer's House of Worship. 15D, ordinance 8360, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 37 July 19, Dean Pelker. 15E, ordinance 8361, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 38 July 19, Sip and Chew Express. 15F, ordinance 8362, 2019, a zoning ordinance in regards to 39 July 19, Sugar Fix Bakery.
I'd ask for a motion to read or to approve ordinance 8357, 8358, 8359, 8360, 8361, and 8362. Alderman Kinsella, do I hear a second? Alderman Duco, do I hear discussion on any of these ordinances? We'll have a roll call vote to approve them all.
Steele?
Aye.
Rothweiler? Elmore? Weigant?
Aye.
Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Pusa? Duco? Randall. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer.
Motion carries. Unfinished business? I don't know of any. Miscellaneous and new business. I'd ask for a motion to approve a motor fuel claims. Well, this is a small one, thank goodness. $3,726.60. Motion by Alderman Dillman, second by Alderman Schaefer. Any discussion on motor fuel claims? Roll call.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella. Hazel. Pusa. Duco. Randall. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele.
Aye.
Motion's carry. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to go in executive session. We have some executive session minutes to discuss and possibly come out and approve. And I think we have one other matter we're going to discuss briefly but take no action on, and that deals with possibly a property acquisition situation. Yeah. So at this time, do I hear a motion to go in executive session for those reasons? Alderman Schaefer, second by Steele. All in favor of going in executive session signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be going to executive session. If you could step out of the room.